Suzanne Barron, founder of Christ is Illuminati. I don't really want to do much preaching on this one. I want to kind of get your mind to think about things. That way, it's kind of a technique. I'm still giving you the thoughts, but I'm letting you drop your own conclusion. What is that? Dang, what is that? It's weird. There's no lights in front of me. It didn't matter. Okay, so anyways, it's gone now. Okay, it doesn't. It's just a glare. So, it's a technique. It gets your mind to think about something. Majority of the time, this technique is used, and we'll all come up with the same idea. This way, you're not like feeling like somebody's forcing something on you. It's just a technique. All right. So in Scripture, 1,000 years ago, our very first English translation of the Bible, our very first English translation, the one that John Wycliffe gave his life for. He gave his life so that the English people could have a translation of their own. He gave his life for this cause. That very first one says, in the beginning in Genesis, that God put a living soul in the animals. He put a living soul in you, and he put a living soul in the animals. The very first verse, the very first chapter, version of the English Bible, 1382, John Wycliffe. It's called the Wycliffe Bible. 1382 says that there was a living soul placed into the animals. Our newer text does not have that. It's completely removed, completely gone. It doesn't say anything about a soul inside of those animals. Now, Ezekiel's vision has a cherub, 4 faces. This angel that has 4 faces on it, and it has a human, and it's got 3 other animals. Animals. Now, we come up with our own ideas as to what that is, and we say, like, they're symbolic representations of, like, strength and that kind of stuff. But really, the truth is that the animals join that kingdom. They have souls. You have a soul, I have a soul. And that's why there's 4 faces on that angel, because they are part of Christ's body as well. And our newer drawings of, like, I see Christ draws, he filled them with the Spirit and gave them the ability to do artistic designs and engraved metals. That's Exodus 35:35. He with his finger put the pyramid on the dollar. He does that with his finger. Now, there are pictures of this creature, this angel, being drawn all over the place. Egyptian seraphims. There's one in particular that I use a lot because it has a picture of this angel with black wings, and the human portion of it is like embodied like a mummy would be, right? And it's red, like a dead, you when you die, the mummies, the Egyptians would wrap them, right? Egyptian seraphim. And the 3 other faces are white, but the human portion of that angel is completely red. That's because we are the ones who do the harm. The animals are being animals. I guess I am preaching in a sense. The animals are being animals. Okay, as humans, we are the ones doing the harm. All right. A living soul in those animals. Now, back in the day, think about a farmer. This would have applied back in the day. This is how they handled their animals, their livestock, because they didn't have pets back then. Animals were not domesticated back then. They were not domesticated. They brought the one sheep for the Passover, we put the blood on the doorpost. That animal came inside the home and stayed in the home with them. But other than that, there are not domesticated animals. Now, today we domesticate our animals, but that's not the point. But how did they handle their livestock back in the day? The same way a farmer does today. The same way a farmer handles their livestock is how those animals were handled in that generation, that time. Now you think about a farmer. Got a herd of cows, herd of sheep. I don't care what you're looking at. You got a herd of cows. Those cows recognize that farmer. They're not afraid of that farmer. They're happy go grazing cows. They're just living a cow's life. They're not suffering. They're not doing any of those things. They're just a happy-go-cow. Grazing, just hey cow, here's cow, there cow, little cow here, everywhere, cow, right? Cow. Normal cow. A normal, happy cow. When it is time to kill the cow, it's time to eat, we need you for food. What does that farmer do? That cow trusts the farmer. He knows the farmer, sees this farmer all the time. This is the guy that brings me my food. He comes over and he grabs the cow. The cow he's not afraid of this cow, of this farmer, and he follows him wherever he goes, right? Takes him into his little spot, and then he kills him quickly. Kills him quickly for food. And he has respect for that animal. He's treated it with respect his entire life, knowing that one day you are going to be food for me. That is the circle of life. There's no evil in that. There's no evil in that at all. Christ is inside of those animals just as much as he is inside of you. They are breathing air. He is the life creator. He is the breath of life. Those animals have souls. Those cows were not suffering. The love of money is the root to all evil. In our food industry, are they happy cows? How do those cows live their life? Tied to a post the majority of their life? Stood in one spot. About 3 times a day, this man walks by and gives it food. Nobody's ever touched it with love. It's never grazed in a field. It doesn't know anything other than this post. Not all food industries are ran this way. Not all. But the concept's going to be about the same in every single one of them. They're not happy cows. You got 6 chickens to a cage. They can't even spread their wings. Who's inside of these animals? Who's in there? That's all I want to say.